Operation Blackfire, report to the Canadian Security Intelligence Service, National Security Agency, and FIA for immediate mitigation measures to be implemented. By Geoff Logue, White Hat Vanguard. Securing Tomorrow Today. April 1st, 2025, 1930. Zulu time. This Red Team intelligence simulation, Operation Blackfire, was authored by Geoffrey James Logue, Tier 1 Red Team AI cybersecurity analyst, founder of White Hat Vanguard and PBSVA-4 OmniVantage Suite creator. This scenario represents the highest level of proactive defense strategy ever designed. Operation Blackfire exposes the exploitation of secondary school welding programs as sabotage targets. It demonstrates the thinking of a psychotic adversary to implement countermeasures before tragedy occurs. Each method is matched with a tactical mitigation strategy to save lives and protect children. Here's a detailed attack vector for Operation Blackfire. Maximum threat, maximum precision. Internal sabotage by student. Tactics. A radicalized or emotionally manipulated student gains trust in welding class, learns tank handling, ventilation controls, and ignition procedures, loosens acetylene tank valve before class ends, gas fills enclosed space overnight, under tables, lockers, or ventilation shafts. Student returns during class and activates spark via arc start, grinder, or light switch. Leaves behind manifesto-style evidence, USBs, notes, or anonymous uploads post-event. Tools required. Welding gear, tank tools, timing plan, personal locker access, burner phone or USBs. Impact objective. Trigger catastrophic internal explosion during live class session. Maximum damage, trauma, and loss of life. External entry via after-hours access. Tactics, attacker enters via janitor doors, tech wing side entrances, or staff entryways. Wears disguise former student, night custodian, or delivery staff. Tampers with acetylene tanks using valve tools and pressure bypass hacks. Avoids cameras with timing, masks, or spray paint. Exit within 10 minutes. No trace unless tanks are forensically checked. Tools required. Forged credentials, valve tampering tools, knowledge of layout, gloves, dark clothing. Impact objective. Exploit school perimeter trust. Deliver invisible, lethal setup disguised as equipment failure. Attack Vector 3. Supply chain compromise, tanks valves. Fake suppliers swap tanks during delivery, introducing unstable mixes or corroded valves. Tanks appear normal until used. Blame falls on accidents unless investigated. Forged barcodes bypass detection. Tools. Ghost supplier, fake barcodes, modified valves. Cause explosions, blame supplier negligence. Maximize media fallout, avoid suspicion. Attack Vector 4. Remote spark ignition deployment. Spark rig hidden in a bench, outlet, or grinder. Triggered via remote or timer. Acetylene reaches explosive concentration. Boom. Appears as an electrical fault. Tools. RF remote, modified grinder, spark timer. Precise ignition at max gas concentration. Blame on equipment failure. Attack Vector 5. Duration. 3 minutes to 3 minutes and 30 seconds. HVAC-based gas distribution tactics. Acetylene leak rerouted into HVAC intake using a hose or cracked vent lines. Gas flows through ducts to nearby classrooms, computers, art rooms, gym. Ignition occurs in the hallway, lunchroom, or admin office. A coordinated blast hits multiple zones. Tools required. A vent reroute hose, building schematics, acetylene HVAC nozzle, and a remote spark. Turn one leak into a multi-room disaster. Confuse first responders and maximize chaos. Attack Vector 6. False maintenance personnel infiltration tactics. The attacker wears a safety vest, carries a clipboard, and has a fake contractor ID. They claim to be an HVAC or fire inspector, access the storage or tank room, subtly loosen valves or install a slow-release sabotage and leave within minutes. The school assumes it's just a routine checkup. Tools required: a clipboard, contractor badge, piercing tool, vest, and a phone with a fake contractor app. Impact objective: bypassing all scrutiny via trust symbols and making the school complicit in the post-event investigation. Attack Vector 7, Targeted Shop Demo Day. Sabotage tactics. The plan is executed during an open house or welding demonstration with parents, students, and media present. Valves are tampered with ahead of time, leading to ignition in a high-crowd area for maximum trauma and coverage. The attacker may livestream or post a manifesto before or after the event. Tools required: event schedule access, a livestream device, and a spark timer. Impact objective: mass casualty for maximum psychological impact, causing national vocational program panic. Attack Vector 8. Coordinated multi-classroom attack tactics. Multiple tech rooms are targeted, including auto shop, electrical, and wood shop. Each classroom has a delayed leak or ignition trigger, with blasts occurring within seconds or minutes of each other. Emergency response is overwhelmed, with fire crews delayed or split, tripling the psychological shock. Tools required: map access, portable tampering kits, synchronized timers, and spark systems. Impact objective: collapse school infrastructure in a coordinated event, turning one saboteur into an army. Attack Vector 9. Psychological warfare via social media. Tactics: students targeted on Telegram, Discord, or TikTok via encrypted chat. They are guided step by step over weeks. The attackers exploit feelings of isolation, rejection, or ideology. The students receive PDFs, diagrams, and an emotional push right before execution. A digital trail is left behind, designed to confuse and divide. Tools required: burner devices, online radicalization scripts, meme-based motivation. Impact objective: weaponize vulnerable youth, make it appear spontaneous when it was fully engineered. Attack Vector 10, structural collapse via overpressure. Tactics rooms are intentionally overfilled with gas. The blast generates a massive shockwave, blowing out walls, windows, and doors. Beams buckle, fire doors jam, and alarms are knocked offline. Debris traps survivors, and fire suppression is delayed. The media spins the story for weeks. Tools required: overpressure modulators, school blueprints, and an escape route plan. Impact objective: physical destruction plus emotional terrorism. Detailed Attack Vector 1. Internal sabotage by radicalized student. The attacker is not a stranger. They're already in the classroom. A student, quiet, isolated, has access to tanks, valves, spark tools, and the trust of the instructor. They observe the acetylene tank system and learn ignition timing. They learn where the ventilation is weakest. Then, they wait. At the end of class, they loosen a tank valve, ensuring gas fills a confined area overnight. It could be under a bench, in a locker, or inside a tool cabinet. No smell is noticed. They return the next day, calm, focused. They flip a grinder, strike an arc, or activate a wall switch. Boom! A fireball erupts. Students incinerated, walls shattered, smoke, screaming, confusion. A manifesto is found on a USB drive in their backpack. They were trained online, they were broken by pain, and no one ever saw it coming. Detailed Attack Vector 3. Supply chain compromise. Tanks, valves. A rogue operator swaps a normal acetylene tank with one that has an unstable mix. A teacher hooks it up, unaware. The tank is live, but not safe. One draw creates a backflash. An explosion tears through the shop class. The supplier's paperwork looks legit, but it was an engineered kill switch. Detailed Attack Vector 5. HVAC-based gas distribution. This attack is designed for maximum terror radius. The saboteur redirects acetylene into the HVAC system. Explosive vapor travels through ductwork into classrooms. A spark from a hallway light switch. Multiple explosions occur. Students trapped. Detailed Attack Vector 7. Targeted Shop Demo Day Sabotage. This version of the attack is timed for heartbreak. A school hosts an open house, parents, siblings, media, maybe even a local politician visiting the welding program. It's a celebration. Everyone's gathered. Kids are smiling. Cameras are out. The attacker rigs the sabotage in the hours before. Tanks are leaking. Gas is rising. Someone strikes a torch to demonstrate their weld. An entire generation goes up in flames. Photos, video, witnesses. The narrative goes viral. Confidence in vocational education collapses. Public schools shut down shop classes nationwide. Psychological warfare via social media. They don't break in. They get someone inside to do it for them. The enemy targets vulnerable students, lonely, bullied, angry. They message them on TikTok, Discord, Telegram. They groom them slowly, convincing them that they're important, chosen, brave. They send diagrams, PDFs of acetylene systems, meme-filled motivations, audio messages saying, "You can be remembered." Eventually, the student believes it and carries it out and leaves behind a note, "You made me this way." Internal sabotage by student. Mitigation strategies. Mandatory gas safety certification and signed accountability forms for all students in shop programs. Acetylene tanks must be secured with biometric or key-locked valves, accessible to teachers only. Implement real-time tank pressure monitoring that's logged into the school's internal security network. Automated gas detection systems with alarm triggers and auto vent override connected to local fire dispatch. Supply chain compromise, tanks, valves, mitigation strategies, partner exclusively with district-vetted suppliers using secure delivery chains and known driver IDs. Enforce serial number barcode scanning and authentication before tanks are accepted. Require teachers to perform daily pressure and valve inspections, with logs signed and submitted weekly. Equip district offices with portable forensic tank inspection kits for spot auditing. Mitigation strategies 5. HVAC-based gas distribution. Mitigation strategies. Retrofit HVAC systems in shop areas with return duct gas sensors tuned for acetylene and oxygen. Require quarterly ventilation reviews by a licensed mechanical engineer. Install blast valves and zone isolators to seal off sections of the building in case of leak detection. AI monitoring of internal air composition for any anomalies in pressure or chemical makeup. Mitigation strategies. Acetylene and oxygen tanks must be locked and isolated during public-facing events unless in direct use. Deploy portable gas detectors during open house or demonstration days for real-time threat visibility. Match attendance rosters to school district databases for real-time accountability and access control. Use handheld RF scanners and metal detectors at public events with student demonstrations. E9. Psychological warfare via social media. Mitigation strategies. School devices monitored by AI for keywords or patterns indicating radicalization or behavioral risk. Establish anonymous reporting systems where students can flag peers exhibiting alarming changes. Partner with cyber intelligence teams to passively monitor forums or group chats frequented by local youth. Launch parent awareness campaigns around encrypted app misuse and digital behavioral red flags. Summary of Operation Blackfire Mitigation Plan. Operation Blackfire exposed the potential for sabotage in school welding programs using acetylene gas and industrial tools. A PBSVA-4 mitigation matrix was created to neutralize threats. This includes biometric security, gas detection, RF monitoring, HVAC isolation, and contractor verification protocols. AI-based student monitoring, structural reinforcements, and emergency override systems. These measures create a comprehensive defense to protect students and educators. Blackfire slams the door on every method the enemy could use. This scenario is now a survivable threat.